These lodgings of yours were also located a few dozen kilometers away from Aaron Yeager's home. It appears possible that you were in contact with Aaron. And it's right around this time that we began to see Aaron take more unauthorized actions. Now I'm just pleased to have an excuse to speak with a beautiful woman today, so I'd be happy to talk all day long. This is really interesting. Like what is the volunteers and Zeke's like true like God, like what are they trying to do, man? Um like what are they feeding him, or is Aaron just totally in agreement with what they want to do? Um is he merely a pawn in their plans, or like I don't know, man. Um Whatever it is, the fact that Yelena was able to turn Flouch onto their side, and then that started to have like a trickle effect on some other what cadets, right? Um, I don't know, man, and it's like you can't read Yelena either because she just has like it's really it's really cool. I love just that stone cold facial expression that she always has because you can't read it. It's such a good poker face that like I don't know, you just can't read her. Okay. All right, so we're back with Gabby. Gabby. This horse literally just like ate her fucking head, man. Dude, and I love this shot of the horse because it looks like he's smiling. He knew what he was doing, man. In this shot right here, he definitely knew what he was doing. Gabby, why? Why is this happening? This is devil's work, more like stable's work. I bet not one of these horses would let you ride it away from here. Well, I never learned how to ride, so we can't get any information out here in the middle of nowhere. I'd rather blend in here than risk doing something stupid. What? Um, well, just sit here and wait for rescue. Think of what this country's military did in Marley. I'm sure there will be an invasion from all sides soon. My brother and Reiner will be here to save us. Aren't you mad at Zeke? We had a traitor right there next to us. There's nothing we can do about that. I can't tell her yet that I carried Aaron Yeager's letters. There'd be no point in telling her anyway. And really, Mia, why am I your little sister? Doesn't matter either way. Lunchtime, you two. Okay, let's take a break. You're both quick learners. You have stamina too. Thanks for the compliment. But it seems like everyone working here is young, including you, Kaya. Is it Kaya or Kaya? Yeah, almost everyone here is an orphan. Oh, okay, okay. That clears it up then. That well, almost everyone here is an orphan. So that's what it is. The Queen's policies provide a lot of support to children with no place to go. People who lost their parents 4 years ago gather here. Seems like you haven't admitted your sins. What? That's like what? How do you just like they're having like a pretty open, like pretty nonchalant, normal conversation. And she just like just out of nowhere brings up people's sins, man. Huh? What? Have you already forgotten the brutal atrocities the people of this island committed against the world? An Eldian can only start to the path of final atonement when they finally understand their sins. Does that have something to do with why we all lost our parents? Yes, no matter how good you may try to act, your crimes are too heavy to ever escape. And I love that Kaya is like she's clapping back, man. She's not taking this. She's not standing down. Like, good for her, man. Is that what they teach you in Marley? How dare you say that to someone helping us? This is basic history. I need to make it clear to her. You're still on about that? Am I wrong? Go ahead. Tell me where I'm wrong. What did you just say? I wonder how she figured out that they're from Marley. I don't know why you came here, but you two are from Marley, right? Interesting. How did you. What do you mean? It's not like we have any idea of how to make it back to Marley. You yelled at yourself. That's pretty funny. Literally because Gabby was just like yelling and she knew. Uh wow, so you knew from the start. That also should tell Gabby something. She knew from the start that you guys were from Marley. She didn't decide, to tell her parents or to, get, um, someone that could bring them back to jail, right? No, she instead chose to bring them in and feed them, right? That should tell you a little bit of what these people actually are like. Gosh, that's so embarrassing. I mean, how could? Oh, I can't believe you. Hey, Jesus Christ, Gabby. Oh, what are you doing? The devil. She's shown her true form. I knew something was off. No island devil could ever be that nice. She tricked us, and hey, what are you, stupid? If you make this much noise, hey, what are you two fighting about? Oh no, Mia's jealous that her big brother's getting stolen away from her. Look at that. Kaya's actually getting along with them. She's cheering up a bit. Yeesh. But don't play with that thing, it's dangerous. You got it. Why? What do you mean, why? If I was going to tell on you, you would have been captured a long time ago. I used to live in this village. A bunch of titans appeared inside the walls 4 years ago, and one came here. It was about 3 meters tall, so it wasn't a very big one. But everyone in the village ran when they saw it, leaving my mother, who had trouble walking, behind. There was nothing I could do. I just sat. I couldn't run or hide, so I was here. I sat and listened to it eat my mother over there. God, it was so long. It kept eating my mother while she was still alive. After a while, her screams stopped. I think it was because she'd finally lost her voice. God. 4 years ago, they told all of us inside the walls that there were other humans outside who call us a race of devils, right? But I don't really understand why they hate us so much. Mia, Ben, tell me, what exactly did my mom do? What did she do to make you hate us so much? Thousands of years, millennia of worldwide slaughter, that's what. Thousands. How could you have forgotten that? Eldians spent thousands of years using the power of Titans to rule and oppress the world. They stole away the cultures of other peoples, they forced them to have children they didn't want, they killed countless human beings. No matter how much the people inside these walls try to ignore that, the world is never going to forget your sins. That's why this is happening. Stop acting like some kind of victim here. But my mom was born and raised right here. I don't think she'd ever do something horrible like that. Again, I love how Kia is just keeping her composure. She's so calm and just like level headed in this argument. Listen to me. The problem is the sins committed by your ancestors from 100 years ago. 100 years ago. Then what kind of sins are we committing right now? Just the other day, you devastated my town. But my mom was killed 4 years ago. How could it be that? Listen, it's because your ancestors slaughtered people around the world. My mom didn't kill anyone. Tell me, Mia, you need to answer me. Why did my mom have to die in agony like that? There has to be some kind of reason, right? It doesn't make sense otherwise. Why was my mom eaten alive? Tell me. Why was she killed? Tell me. Why? Uh, Recon and Force. All I know is the incursion on Paradis 4 years ago was a recon and force mission to prepare for a large scale attack. It was a test to learn about the enemy's combat strength. That's what your mother got wrapped up in. She didn't commit any sin. I'm sorry. She didn't do anything wrong. You just leaked top secret details and apologized to the enemy. Thank you, Ben. Thank you for telling me. But it doesn't make sense for you to apologize. You were just born in Marley. So how did you escape from here, Kaya? Someone came to save me. A girl, a little older than I am right now, she came in swinging an axe from our yard, and she fought the Titan with it. An axe? That's nuts. Yeah. She used herself as a human shield so that I could get away from the Titan. She said that if I kept running down this path, I would eventually find someone who would save me. She told me to keep going until I met them. If she was still alive, she'd never abandon two kids with nowhere to go like you. She'd help you like she helped me. I've been invited with Mr. Blouse to go to a restaurant where a Marleyan works. If you come with us and meet that Marleyan, there might be a way for you two to make it back home. Why would you do this for us? Because I want to be more like her. Man. That's the end of the chapter. It's so cool to see, like, even though Sasha's gone, like, she's still leaving like a little bit of an imprint um on this story. Just like a small character like Kia, um that yeah, that she left her mark on this world, for lack of a better phrase, I guess. Um that she made it, or she made a difference, kind of, which is, it's, I don't know, man. I love that. Um and I don't know, it's not like, because I felt the prior chapters that we've seen glimpses of Sasha, I felt like they were more like tugging at the heartstrings in terms of like making us sad, right? But I feel like in this chapter, like, seeing Sasha like this, right? Like, I feel like I'll always remember her for this. Um I don't know. Instead of like me feeling sad the previous times that we've seen her, I feel more proud of her. Like, I don't know. This is the way that I'm gonna remember her, and for leaving her mark on Kia. I don't know. It sounds sappy, but I don't know. It almost feels like, I don't know. Instead of being sad over her, I feel more proud, more than anything. I don't know. Um, So yeah, definitely a slower chapter than like the previous couple ones. I really love the conversation, the argument between Kaya and Gabby, um, because there's blood on both sides, right? Um, Again, you can't. I don't think you can really blame Gabby. Um, we've already talked about it, but at the same time, like, she's grouping, the entirety of Paradise Island as devils, because again, that's all she's been fed her entire life. But it's like, then you meet people like Kaya and her mother, who has nothing to do with the atrocities of, her ancestors, with the people who have come before her. And it's like, you can't, like, it becomes a muddy thing, like, oh, what am I trying to say here? Like, do as a kid, do you inherit the sins of the people who have come before you, if that makes any sense? It's a really interesting conversation, and in my opinion, I don't think you do. I don't think you carry that burden, right? um yeah, I don't think you do. Um, like you shouldn't be bogged down by your family's history, right, or your ancestors' history. That shouldn't define you. So in this case, Kaya's mother, um, she had nothing to do with those atrocities, those things that happened, all those years ago. She had nothing to do with them, and she still got killed, right? Through no fault of her own, she still got killed. Um, so I don't know. I thought it was a really really great conversation between the two, um, and just seeing Isayama again with the eyes especially, but the faces, the way that he draws his faces, just seeing how adamant Gabby was through like the beginning of the argument, and then just seeing it slowly start to, you see like the chips in the armor, right? You start to see her face waver a little bit as Kia's point, starts to make a little bit of sense in Gabby's mind, or she's starting to see someone else's perspective, right? And yeah, I don't know. I thought it was a well needed conversation that needed to happen. Um, I didn't expect Kia to be the one to give it to her, but it needed to happen, right? Um, so yeah, it was great. Um, so now I'm really interested to see, because Kia is going to help them to get back to Marley. Um, I'm really fascinated, like where Gabby goes from here. Will she actually? Because there's a part of me that says no. I think one way or another something's gonna happen that's gonna keep her on the island. That's gonna keep her in Eldia. Um, yeah, I don't know. I would honestly be surprised if she does get sent back to Marley within the next couple chapters. Um, but then again, I feel like a conversation between her and Reiner does need to happen, um, about the people on the island, um, comparing their experiences, or whatever. I don't know, but I'm gonna be really really curious to see what exactly where Falco and Gabby's story goes from here. Um, so yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this chapter. Yeah, like I said, a little bit of like a slower chapter. Like I wouldn't say anything like too bombastic or major happened, um, but a lot of important things did happen. Um, but yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. We didn't get any air in this chapter besides the brief flashback, but very interesting. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this chapter, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe for more Titan, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.